Okay, I just had another idea. What if Billie Eilish woke up in the morning? She goes to bed like at her house in California. She wakes up in the morning. She's in the bed. The bed is tied to a rope. It's tied to the back of a van, and it's kind of like in the Midwest now. She wakes up, but the van is only going about 20 miles per hour. The rope is tied up to the bed. Billie Eilish is under the covers. She's in her pajamas. She wakes up. She's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm on a bicycle right next to her riding along. And I just look at her. I was, "Oh, good morning, Billy. What do you want for breakfast?" And she's like, "Well, for starters, I didn't think I was going to wake up on a bed tied to a van being dragged around like Iowa. How did that happen?" Well, actually, you're in a movie. You're in a movie, and we wanted to make it the movie like very realistic. So we decided to um, involve you in the movie in a way that was a surprise to you. So, like when you woke up, you're just in a bed tied to a van. It's a bed that it's just driving around, like the Midwest. And so I'm driving around on a bike with Katy Perry. So it's well, me and Katy Perry. Okay, now how about Katy Perry's also on a bike? And when you wake up, you're on a bed that's tied to a van being pulled through Iowa, and Katy Perry and I are both on bikes, and we look at you, just ask for what you want for breakfast, and um, you're not sure because you never had breakfast. So so then you ask like, what do people usually have for breakfast? And I don't know. Usually beer and cupcakes. Okay, sounds good to me. Um, then so we stop at like a farm. There's going to be a barn dance tonight, and there's also a competition for who has the fattest hog on the farm, on a whole series of farms, like which farmer has raised the fattest hog, and whichever hog wins. This is kind of hog type of. Then they hog tie. Then like the okay, whichever farmer wins the kind of competition for like who has raised the fattest hog. They hog tie his wife to him, and they're both suspended in a giant thing of water with and then so anyways, what else? The Okay, so what else? What? Uh, so then it's me, Katy Perry, and Billie Eilish, and we all get into a taxi and we head north to Canada. For what? Ice fishing? I'm just kidding. We go up to Canada. We want to go all the way up to the. So it's going to be me, Katy Perry, and Billie Eilish. We all go up to the North Pole to talk to some of the geologists and scientists up there. We're really concerned about the melting of the polar ice caps. We know that the sea levels are rising, and that global warming is really taking hold. And if something isn't done very aggressively about the situation, um, planet Earth is going to be nothing but a swamp. And what am I talking about? Well, actually, what I'm talking about is I have precognitive abilities. I can see into the future. Not only can I see into the future, I can see into the future of people's dreams. So like I know what I know what dreams I'm going to have in the future. I also know what dreams Billie Eilish is going to have in the future. I could actually I could see her dreams of the future in my mind in the present. Now I could also see Katy Perry's dreams of the future in my mind in the present. So I know that, and also there's such a thing called mutual dreams, where you could have several people or one or more people having the same dream, entering the same dream at the same time. It's like a collective dream, and I could actually see into the future of this collective dream that I'm going to have with Billie Eilish and Katy Perry. We're all going to be in the same dream, and we're going to be. It's a dream of us going to the North Pole to talk to the scientists up there to um, consult with them about possible solutions to the global warming problem. And these scientists, by the way, are also going to have the same dream. So we're going to all meet together in a dream, and we could discuss these possible solutions to the global warming problem in this dream. This dream is going to take place in the future. So um, that's that's what that's okay. What else? Let's see. I'm trying to think of it. I'm doing some improvisational comedy. I'm just trying to think of some ideas. See what else. I need a context. I need a time and place. I need people. I need a some kind of idea, some kind of like plot device, some kind of what do I have? Let's see. By the way, I did one of these live streams, and I did that thing where it was like Jimmy Campbell instead of Jimmy Kimmel. Somebody must have heard it because I saw that on TV. That was pretty interesting. Okay. Um, Because remember from one of these other shows, I said that me and Jimmy Kimmel would have like gone through some kind of like warp in the fabric of time and space. And when we traveled through this like time warp, we would end up like in Egypt, circa. Oh yeah, because we wanted to find like the lost city of Atlantis. So if we went through this warp in the fabric of time and space, Jimmy Kimmel and I, he's really Jimmy Kimmel, but in this situation, we would tell the people that he's Jimmy Camel, so he fits in with the environment of like camels and Egypt and everything. Because we want to discover like the lost city of Atlantis, which I think is approximately like in the in that region of the world. So we wanted to, so we wanted to meet the people before like that the city of Atlantis was submerged below sea level. So okay, next. Let's see what else we got. Just trying to think of something that I can. Um, okay. Let's see. Um, thinking of ideas. I don't want to keep talking about the same things. I don't want to keep. I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep it always like evolving into something different. And I thought it was something funny. What if you went for a job interview one time? Let's just say it always occurred to me that like like everybody dies, right? And what if it always occurs to me like that you never know where and when you're going to die. What set of circumstances are going to be in place when you die? So this would be funny. What if you went for a job interview? Let's say it's in an office. You're like went for a job as a salesman or something like that. And you got somebody interviewing you, and like, what if like right in the middle of the interview they're asking you a question, and then all of a sudden they just drop dead, like right in the middle of the interview. The person that's interviewing you. That's kind of funny. Like all of a sudden they're talking. I see you worked at Acme Company. In what capacity did you work there? And then they just die. And you're sitting in some private office, and like they're just like all of a sudden it's like they drop. They're sitting there. They don't like tip over or anything. They don't like fall to the floor but the person's just sitting at the desk, and all of a sudden just they stop talking, and they're dead all of a sudden, and you don't really realize it for like the first minute or so, but then you find that they just stop talking, and might be a blessing in disguise. Okay, let's see what else we got. What would be even funnier is if, okay, so that person that's interviewing you, they die, and you're like, you got to race to the human resources department, or like somebody in the office is actually, you want to report this because you got a death. So you see that everybody else in the office building is dead too. They just died spontaneously for no explainable reason. They just all of a sudden they spontaneously died. Spontaneously died. Yeah, they just spontaneously died all of a sudden. So the people in the office spontaneously died. They all spontaneously died, and so you're trying to figure out like what to do, and and so then all of a sudden they come back to life. But when they come back to life, they all just stare at you blankly. You keep asking them questions, but they don't respond. Everything you say gets a blank stare. They just kind of wander around the office with their arms at their sides, and they're all just staring at you, and they're all just. And then at 5 o'clock, they all go home, and they all come back the next day, and they just sit at their desks and they don't do anything. They just stare out the window. and then maybe they go to church on Sunday, and then take a vacation, and then that's it. Um, I love to be in this huge bubble with Katy Perry, a bubble that bounces, and it's got like a real soft interior and a really hard, thick exterior. And this bubble, it could bounce across vast distances of land, and it could bounce across the ocean too. And I could bounce on this bubble with Katy Perry all the way to Europe. And once we got there, this bubble would burst. No, it wouldn't. It would actually be intact. But okay, let's see what else I got. What other types of hmm, um, Let's see what else I want to say. Yeah, I hope to see you in the future for more live performances.